I'm Richard Roeper, and this is the Roeper Rundown. We're now past the halfway point of the 2014 Winter Olympics, so let's take a look at some of the most entertaining and some of the strangest and most bizarre and controversial stories so far. Bob Costas is a broadcasting legend, but not even his Harry Potter turned 60 getup was enough to ward off the evil pink eye that temporarily sidelined him from the games. Can you imagine getting treated for an eye infection in Russia? No thanks! Okay, the biathlon. I still don't get it. You ski, then you shoot. You ski, then you shoot. Unless you're in a Liam Neeson movie or you're at war for control of the North Pole, is this a dual skill anyone ever really needs? Women's hockey. Okay, I know, they're all better players than I am, but can I just point out there are only 8 teams in competition, so about 37% of them get a medal? As the Sun-Times' Rick Morrissey pointed out, the talent gap is still huge. Japan scored its first Olympic goal in 16 years last week, and the U.S. outshot Sweden 70-8 in the semifinals. And how about that Bodie Miller crying controversy? Now, NBC does a brilliant job of telling the stories that make us care about athletes that most of us don't follow when it's not Olympic time. Bodie is one of the more famous skiers of his generation, and the tragic story of his brother's death is well known and, of course, worthy of discussion in an interview. The problem was pushing it to the point where many viewers were uncomfortable. NBC had 16 hours to edit that interview. They dropped the ball. And yes, I know those ice dancers and figure skaters are amazing athletes, but I'm telling you this right now. I'm never going to get into any sport in which the man wears a tux and diamonds are a girl's best friend is blaring on the PA system during the competition. As usual, we're getting a lot of stories about athletes hooking up at the Olympics, but now they're using Tinder and other social media to hook up. Meanwhile, silver medalist Gus Kenworthy asked Miley Cyrus to be his Valentine. Yeah, that'll work out just fine. What else? Well, we had the fake 5 ring controversy at the opening ceremonies, those giant animatronic bears that are still giving me nightmares, that idiot Russian figure skater that tweeted a racist photo of the Obamas, Russia claiming there were empty seats at some events because their fans like to show up late. Like, where else are they going to be? All the reports of bad toilets and malfunctioning elevators and unfinished construction and lousy hotel accommodations and yellow drinking water. Horrific stories about stray dogs and cats being executed. Those endless spoiler alerts because just about everything you're watching at night already took place like 10 hours ago. The Olympics make for great TV and compelling storylines, and I'm really glad they're not coming to Chicago in 2016. I'm Richard Roeper. This is the Roeper Rundown.